Christoph Magnussen. Give him a big hand.
So we actually asked a question that some of you might concern. Why are TED Talks actually so good? And what can you learn from TED Talks in the way that are actually delivered for hybrid events in Corona times? This is what we're going to talk about. My name is Christoph Magnussen. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. We don't have a topic. We actually don't have a dedicated topic, but that's not that important because there is interesting stuff to watch and look and learn. Good. So I gave a TED Talk, a TEDx talk myself.
The comfort zone grows in all directions, not just the one side.
So some of the stuff I'm going to share is from my own experience, but I actually watch a lot of good TED Talks, and this is much better to actually watch TED Talks and learn from them than to deliver one. And this is actually the first thing why TED Talks are so good. You have to work a lot for the preparation. So TED is a brand that developed over the last, I think, even more than 10 years from like a technical event where it was about design and new innovation and stuff like that. And big names like Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates, they all had TED Talks on the main TED stage. But the format is always like limited to 15 minutes. So if you want to deliver the message, you have to really crop it into these 15 minutes. And they make sure that you train and rehearse and rehearse and rehearse. And this is what we did in the preparation for my own TED Talk. So I was super nervous, even if it was a TEDx talk, which is a sub-brand organized independently. We were like thinking of design and slides. What would be a good introduction? How would you deliver the dramaturgic curve throughout the talk and all that stuff and still deliver a good message that is not commercial or anything, but a good story to tell people. So this is the first thing in terms of a good TED Talk. The other thing, you always have the same kind of format. So you always see people on the same kind of stage. It's a dark room, you just see someone talking. They usually stand on a red carpet.
That's the biggest challenge of a TED Talk, to stay in this circle.
Why is that actually? If you see the scenery here, you could have a TEDx event in this room, which is a very nice auditorium from our friends from Mutabo around the corner. And you would leave this red TED carpet here, and I would say it's around the size. And the only thing where you could move is then this red carpet. And that's basically it. Then you have a small audience, and then the event is filmed and then delivered to YouTube. Which actually brings me to the point what you can learn for your hybrid events. Just organize them like TED Talks, and don't try to make a studio-like atmosphere if you are not on that budget. If you are on a small budget, you would rather go with this kind of format that everyone has learned and deliver it through that. You would like make everything dark here or make it throughout the evening, have a small audience, and then film with the cameras. The last thing actually, why I think TED Talks are so good is because of the message that is designed for the specific audience. So whoever is asked to hold a TED Talk, no matter if they talk about these topics all the time or if it's brand new, the same thing happens that I personally also do for all my keynotes. When someone asks me to go on stage for their company, for a larger audience, or even for a few people, it doesn't matter if it's 5 or 5,000. The question is always, who is the audience? And I always ask myself and challenge, how do I want to design the message for the audience? Which can then make the storyline a bit different, the design a bit different, and also the kind of mood you come on stage and how you deliver. And this is what TED, through the brand, asks from the speakers who are TED speakers. So these are my takes on TED Talks, why they're so good. Now look at the boys. What do you think? Something missing? MP has seen out of here most of the talks, I think. What would you say? What else makes a TED Talk very good?
It's terrible.
That's a good thing. See, that's why I ask the question all the time. If you have a good talk, you will find out afterwards because people actually share a good talk. This is then the best thing you can achieve. There is a very, very good speaker trainer. He's called Connor Neal, and he's a good friend of ours. I didn't tell him that I make this video, but we link him here, and maybe then we tell him that we made a video where we feature him, because he actually taught me to always start with the point X, like what do I want to have the audience that they should do. And if they share the talk afterwards, this is the best thing you can achieve, because then you spread your information. Well, this is in many cases one of the best things you can achieve. But anyhow, so these are the now 4 takes on a TED Talk. And now make sure you subscribe and watch another video if you like, because there are also other videos about keynotes. And watch the TED Talk, or ask us if we should make a story for you. Also a good thing. We love that. We do it, by the way, hybrid, completely virtual, and on stage. And now I'm out of here.